Apology for the delay, guys. Sorry. I had some medical emergency. I was in hospital. Sorry for the delay. I hope I'm audible to everyone. Yes. Okay. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Allow me 1 more minute. All right. Back. Open this. Go back. Let me open this. All right. Yeah, Suresh, it's fine. Thank you. Let's continue the journey from where we had stopped the last class, guys. So it is ticket booking web app, and we had written this class wherein we had to now create three JSP or theme leaf pages, which is about index, ticket form, and the ticket info. I have created the theme leaf. If you want to use the theme leaf, first you have to add the dependency. That is what I would like to do first. I'll go to pom.xml. In the pom.xml, I would like to take this dependency from the previous class. I would like to close this and go back to the current applications pom.xml. And I would like to go back and add this, save. I'll say right click. I would like to say Maven, update the project. I will say update it. After which I'll go back to my templates. Whenever you have to create the theme leaf page, it is always the template. I'll right click and I will create new HTML based tags. As I've told yesterday, I have prepared some files for which I have to first create it. It's a web part, and we have to go to HTML file because ThemeLeaf is a template based engine which is based on the HTML. I will say here index.html. All right. Similar to this, if I have to go back to the controller, I have to create ticket form and I have to create ticket info. Two more HTML pages. Right click. See here, my dear friends. I'll go back others again, HTML. I'll say here ticket form where I will have a form and then ticket info. I would like to go back and create one more, which is, I'll say here, ticket information. We shall be having some code here, which I will open, which I have, already created. Now, guys, I have to go back to my service layer. From this layer, from my HTML JSP pages, controller will receive the data. From the controller, the data will be passed here, and here I'll not be writing the logic to store the data, to generate the ticket number, nothing. I have to invoke one more API. If you want to invoke one more API, two options are there. Number one is REST template, number two is web client. I would like to first go with the REST template. I would like to go and create the instance of REST template, new REST template, REST template, and I would like to just import it. You can see it is imported successfully. Web client. I would like to say here REST template is a reference variable. Let me create one local variable of it. Great. And now using some of the methods, I have to pass this object to one more API which we have created. If I have to go back to the API which I have created here, I think it is a ticket booking app. Within this, I would like to open only controller for now so that I can see the endpoints properly. I would like to go back to my controllers. Kindly see here. I have to send here. Here is where I have to send the passenger object. Fine. This is the endpoint. We have class level URL mapping also, and we have a context path also. We have documented this using the Swagger API. All right. I would like to just go and run this application. I'll assume that someone has developed this application and it is running on the server. Now it's our responsibility to connect to this application and pass this. So I'll go back to my service, guys, and we have so many methods available. I'll say here rest template dot, so many are there. I'll say post for entity, get for entity, post for entity. We have methods here. So here post for entity, that means we are making a post request to one more endpoint of one more application, a different application running on the server. To that application we are making a post request. All of you, yes, no, maybe. And wherein we have to specify a URL. First of all, I would like to go and create a class level URL. I have created the URL here, guys. What is that URL? We will see the Swagger and we will check it out. I'll go back here, go to this browser. All right. And I'll go to Swagger. I'll refresh this. See, we are getting it. So the URL is this. Okay. HTTP localhost 8485 ticket booking API. This is the main. After which we have a class level also. API book ticket, get ticket number. By passing, it is a post operation. It is a post request. So I'll go back to my code and I will write the URL here. Okay, I'll write the URL here. I'll say here http colon localhost. It is a localhost. I'll say here 8485, I guess. Let me go back. 8485 ticket booking API. And yeah, I'll go back here. It is ticket booking API. Ticket booking API slash, and I'll go back here. We have class level. I would like to add this. And we have then this is the exact endpoint wherein we have to pass a passenger object. I'll go back here. I will pass the passenger object. This is the endpoint I have specified. Now, what are we sending here? One is URL we have specified, everyone. So what are we sending, guys? We are sending the passenger data. I would like to take here. I would like to take here. I would like to pass it. This is what we are sending. And what is the type of response we are expecting? If I have to go back to the controller, the type of response is integer type. I would like to go back here and I would like to specify the type of response is integer.class. Integer.class is the type of response which we are getting. There are no URL, path parameter, query parameters are not there. There is no path variables. I would not like to pass this. Fine, every one of you. And I would like to, of course, go back here and say response. Let me create a local variable of it. As you all know, we are getting the response entity. Response has three things. Response header is also there. Response status, response body is also there. We want the response body because we have added here this data in the response body. This is also there, and we are getting the status also out of all the information which response entity is giving you. I want only the body of the response, the actual data. I will say here response dot get body, which is of integer type. I would like to collect it here in the form of a ticket number. I'll say ticket number, which is of integer type. And that ticket number is what I'm going to return. I would like to say return to the caller of this method. So in the REST post for entity, we have to specify that where we have to reach. This is one of the problem, guys. Please recall, we are hard coding the URL. If you want, you can keep it in the application.properties. You can read the data from application.properties. We can use one annotation called as value annotation, and we can read the data. Okay. I would like to say here this, but anyway, you are hard coding it. In the Fing client, you'll understand, which is in the microservices, that hard coding this will make your application, you know, very specific to some services. What if there are multiple services in your application? That's where the problem of REST template and web client, the replacement comes into picture, which is the Fing client. In the microservices, you'll understand the Fing client. I have specified the URL. I have told what is the data I'm passing and what is the result I'm expecting. I have got that here. This is part one of the story. All of you, part 2 of the story, I have to go back here. You can see here, guys, there is one more API also. That API, the endpoint is get ticket number we have to pass. It will give you entire response body as ticket. So I'll go back here. Again, I will create the instance of REST template. I'll create the instance of REST template. This time it is not the post, it is get for entity. REST template dot get for entity. Get for entity, we have to specify the URL. I will say URL for, there are two different URLs, because the endpoints are two different things. Okay, so maybe I'll give the name here as a post, or okay, I would like to go back here. This is, I'll say here get URL. Get URL, I'll create the variable of it, and I would like to specify from here. Let me go back. I would like to take it. I would like to specify here small changes I have to make. Instead of get ticket number, I should be passing it as this. This is the endpoint. Now, guys, what is the type of response which I'm expecting? I have to specify. What is the type of response which we are getting? We are getting the ticket, entire ticket object. So I'll say here ticket dot class and URI variables. Are you passing any path parameter, query parameter? You can see we have a path parameter here. We have to pass the ticket number. So whatever you add here as the last parameter, automatically added as the URI variables. You can see path parameter. So I'll take this ticket number. I want this to travel as the path parameter. I would like to just add it here. I would like to say N. And it will give you response entity. Of course, I'll say here response entity. I would like to just get it, and I would like to collect it. Ticket type of ticket object equals to response dot get body. I will say here dot out of all give me the response body. That's the meaning of it. Okay. And this ticket object I would like to specify. I would like to save this. It is saved. Now, of course, I'll go back to my front end pages. I think the controller of this class I have already coded. This is already running, guys. I'll go back and check if everything is fine here. Yep. And I think all we have invoked the methods properly. It's fine. I'll go back and I have created some already theme leaf code here. Yesterday itself, I was kept it open. Where is this files? I'll go back. Uh, somewhere I had kept it. I'll go back to index. I would like to just go back here, add it. The endpoints must be same. It is ticket, book ticket. ticket and book ticket. Ticket, book ticket is there. I think passenger form, ticket form, because the endpoints, if endpoints are wrong, then it will be a problem. We will rectify the endpoints. I would like to go back and get the ticket form code, wherein it will give you a form. How it will work, the UI is very simple only. The endpoints here is also get ticket, at least get ticket we have a get ticket is correct only. I think this is correct. I'll go back and add one more endpoint, which is ticket information. What is the endpoint here? Okay, it is just giving it. Okay, I think I'm sending it here. Book ticket, it will come here to book ticket. Fine. Going back to index, correct. And after which I'm filling this field. After filling the field, link is there. Get the full ticket. It is ticket. So this link is there. This is equal to ticket form. I would like to take it from here, go back and add this endpoint. I would like to save this. Now normal, this application is already running, guys. I would like to run this application. Make sure the port numbers are different. Since we are only acting like, both the applications, so port number must be different. I would like to run this application right now. 8484. This is the context path. And what is this endpoints we have? Context path, book ticket. I would like to go back here to the browser. I would like to say here http colon localhost 8484 colon ticket booking app colon book ticket. Please kindly see here, guys. If I have to click here, oops, we are getting this 8484 ticket booking web app book ticket. Loho, again there is a problem. Resolved http not a request method get is not supported. Oh, sorry, we have to, I think, go to this one. I would like to go back here and add this here. I'll go back to this endpoint and add it. See, we are getting this form, guys. All of you see the context here. From here, I will enter the passenger details. I will enter the passenger name, example, departure, arrival, date of journey. Some date I will give, for example. I'll say book ticket here. Are you able to see? The moment I say book ticket, I'm getting the response here, ticket number. Are you able to see this, guys? This is the ticket number. And this I'm getting from the same web app, or actually it is going to one more application giving the passenger information. Some other application is generating the ticket number, or the same application which we are dealing. Is it directly one? As an end user, we don't know. As an end user, we think that it is this application which is generating the ticket number. Actually, this ticket number is generated by whom? One more application. So this application collected the passenger information, sent this to one more application. One more application stored the passenger information in the database, generated the ticket number, gave it back to this application. And we have collected the 454. Now, if you see here, get full ticket, I will click this. Ticket number we have to enter here. I will enter 454. 454. I will say get the ticket. Now, whatever ticket I am getting here, find the detailed ticket below. Ticket number, passenger name, departure, arrival, date of journey, ticket status. Everything we are printing. So are we getting this directly from this, or it is being generated by one more application? All of you are there with me, guys? Everyone? Yes, no, maybe? Generated by one more application. Now, can one Spring Boot application take help of one more Spring Boot application, guys? Yes, it is possible. Now, we have used, I would like to go back here. Out of two applications, this web app is there, no? I would like to take this, stop it. Our application I'm stopping, not the other application. I'll go back to the service layer, guys. I have used a REST template. In place of REST template, you can also use web client, reactive programming concept. Web client supports both synchronous and asynchronous communication, which I would like to talk in the upcoming class. Today, I would like to finish by just using the web client. I was not in a position to take class today, but since we had not communicated, any mails not been sent, so I no wanted to waste your time. So I came directly from hospital, but I am in a position to take. This is done. I would like to discuss on web client and conclude today's class. Apology for that. I would like to go back here, comment this part, guys. And now I would like to go with the web client. It is coming from the reactive programming. See here, if I have to go back to my browser, whenever you want to use the web client, then you have to add one dependency called as web flux. Web flux, if I type, I'm getting Spring reactive web. Build reactive web applications with Spring web flux and netty. Build reactive web applications with Spring web flux and netty. All of you? Yep. So this is the dependency I have to add. I think I'll open some of the applications where I may have this, because I want to use web client without using this dependency. It is not possible. This dependency we could not, we didn't add it. I forgot to add that time. I'll go back to my application. I'll go back to pom.xml and we add this dependency. Whenever you are using web client, guys, for both synchronous and asynchronous, what is synchronous, what is asynchronous, I will talk on this. I would like to go back here and update my project. Right click. I will say Maven, update the project. It is updated. I'll go back to the Tigit. In place of this, what I'm going to use, please kindly see here, guys, web client. You are not going to create the web client object using the new keyword. We have to invoke predefined method which will create. I'll say web client dot. Okay, web client dot. If I say I have to import, let me go back again. I hope I have added the right dependencies and it is imported. Let me go to Maven. I'll go back. Webflux library is added or not, I will check. I think it is not yet added. Reactive is not yet added. I'll go back and update once again. Right click. Maven. Update the Maven project. Okay. Now I guess it is added. I'll go back and say web client dot. Again, if I am not able to invoke this, if I'm not able to import, it will be a problem. Let me say web client equals to, am I getting the chance of import here, guys? I'm not getting the chance of import. Whenever you're not getting a chance of import, it is very clear that the library has not been added. As simple as that. All of you are there with me? If you're not seeing this web client, library is not yet added. It's very simple and straightforward. I am wondering why the library is not getting added, because I have anyway imported that. Did I add the dependency first of all? Ah, we have webflux, right? We have added this webflux. Hmm. Webflux is there here. We have updated the form again. I'll update, guys, one more time. Right click. I'll say Maven. Again, I'll update the project. The project is again updating. Guys, I'll go back to Maven dependency after updating the project. Webflux is there now. MVC is there. Guys, Webflux is added now. Are you able to see? Webflux is added. I'll go back. Now I can use it. If I have to see now, import options, I should be getting it. I'll say web client dot create method. See, I'm getting the create method. Okay, it will create an object of web client. And I would like to go and collect it. I'll say here web client as a reference variable. It will create me a web client object. Now using this web client, it is a reactive programming. Method chaining is what I'm going to do here. I will say web client. Please see every one of you. I'll say dot. I will say here it is a post request. You can write in two styles. Every time whatever method is giving, you can collect it back. And then you can keep on invoking the methods. Or you can go with the method chaining. I'll say web dot. I will say here what is the, I'll go back here and say post method, and I'll pass now it's a post request. I have to pass the URL. What is the URL we have to pass here? Let me pass that URL here. What is the URL, guys? This is the URL. I would like to go and pass it here. Post request to this URL. Go back. Post request to this URL. I'll say a dot. What is that I'm passing? Body value. I want to pass passenger object. What is that I'm giving? This is what I want to give to that API. I'll pass it here. I'll say a dot. I will say retrieve the data. What it will give me? What is the type it will give me? Dot body to mono. What is that it is going to give me? I would like to go back here. I would like to go back here. I would like to go back. Please retrieve body to mono. That means what is the type of data you are expecting? I'm expecting integer type of data. I will say here integer type of dot class is what I'm expecting. Integer type of data. I'll say a dot. Then if it is a synchronous communication, you have to go with the block. If it is a asynchronous communication, you have to go with the subscribe. What is that subscribe? How it is different from the REST template, I will talk in the tomorrow's class. Synchronous, asynchronous communication, when to go with the web client, when to go with the REST template, what is the difference? Right now, I want to make it synchronous. I'll go with the block. It is giving you integer type of data, and that integer type of ticket, I would like to collect it here. I will say here integer type of ticket number. Integer type of ticket number which I'm going to return. Now, guys, we have option of REST template. We have option of web client. Post request, pass this URL. What is that body value we are giving back? What it will give me? I'll convert that to integer type of data. It is a synchronous request. It is a post request to this URL. Take this data, retrieve that whatever API is giving you back. It should bind to integer type of data. It is a synchronous communication. Same goes here also. I would like to not use REST template. I'm going to use the same web client. Let me go back here, add it, and this web client, I will take it. Of course, I may have to comment it. It is post or get request this time, guys. Is it a post request or get request this time? It is a post or get. It's a get request, right? All of you. Everyone in the class, are you all there? Get request dot URI. This time I'm also sending the path parameter alongside the URI. I would like to collect this URI method. And this is the URL, get URL. I have to pass because that is the URL, and path variable also I have to pass. Path variable, path parameter is this much. This is ticket number is a path parameter. I would like to take it and I would like to pass it here. After which again I will say here dot retrieve the data. Because there is no body right now, it is a get request. Dot body to mono. Body to mono. That means convert that data to whatever I'm telling. I would like to go back here, retrieve the data, body to mono, and I want this to be converted. The response which I'm getting, right? Convert that to ticket dot class, ticket type of object. That's the meaning of it. Dot, I will say here block. Block means mono, which is synchronous. Ticket. I would like to go back and collect it here. Ticket type of data. Ticket type of data which I'm sending. Okay. Now I would like to deploy this application. Right click. Deploy the application. The application is getting deployed. I would like to go back. I'll go back to ticket information. I would like to refresh this. I'm getting the form. I will give some number here, guys, a random number. Some random date. I will say book the ticket. Right now, behind the scene, what is being used, guys? Behind the scene right now, what is being used? REST template or web client? Web client. I would like to enter this ticket number here. See, I'm getting the ticket. This ticket is coming from a different application. Now, right now, you don't know the difference between the web client and the, REST template, which anyway I'll be talking about. It is about the synchronous and asynchronous communication, wherein block means web client will act like a synchronous. One thread will wait for the response. Subscribe means thread will not wait for the response. What do you mean by that? I will talk. With respect to the syntax, web client is more friendly or REST template is more friendly according to you guys? Which is more readable? Web client is more readable or REST template is more readable? It's up to your choice. What you felt is more comfortable. According to me, if it is readability, I would go with the web client. See here, web client dot, it is a get request to this URL. I want to retrieve the data. Whatever response it will give, no. That response convert to this type of object. It type of is the response which I'm expecting. It is a synchronous communication. For response entity, you need not to specify whether it is synchronous or asynchronous. REST template, you need not to specify it is synchronous or asynchronous. Why? REST template supports only synchronous communication. Web client supports both synchronous and asynchronous communication. What is the case if you have to? I'll show you practically also, guys, in tomorrow's class. Right now, first of all, everyone in the class, have you understood the use of REST template and web client, guys? Have you understood the use of REST template and web client? What is the difference? We will see. How many of you have understood the use of web client and REST template? Anyone has any ambiguity in understanding the use of this? Now, guys, as a Spring Boot developer, if you want your Spring Boot application to use, to make a call to PayPal, to make a call to Razorpay, to make a call to WhatsApp, what are you going to use? Either web client or REST template. All of you agree on this? Have you understood the use of these things? Everyone? Yes, no, maybe, guys. Now, guys, assume this. Maybe tomorrow I'll also explain, but since I have already talked about it, I have to at least give you fundamental idea about it. See guys, there is one application which I have developed. Name of the application is Weather API application. Weather application. My client will enter the city name. End user means who is using the UI of my application, and I have to tell the weather in that city, what is the current weather. Correct? Now as a developer, I need not to take care of, as a developer I need not to write a logic which can go to satellite and which can tell you what is the current weather. For this, many APIs are there. So many APIs are there. Assume I am going to use one of the best free API, weather API, about the weather, which will accept zip code. Zip code as an input. Based on the zip code, it will give you the weather condition. Weather condition. Now guys, from the client, am I collecting zip code or am I collecting the city? Am I collecting the zip code or city? City name. To know the zip code of a particular city, I will take help of one more API. Zip code API it is. What this API will do is, you have to enter the city name, and then this will give you back the zip code of the city. And that zip code you will give it to this API, it will give you weather, that weather you are giving to client. Client doesn't know in the backend as a developer what game you have played. End user is not bothered about what game. For end user, if I enter the city name, I should get the weather, finish. If I'm getting this application is wonderful for me, 5 stars for this application. Oh, it is doing task for me. But in the backend, this application is making use of how many APIs, guys? How many APIs? 2 APIs. Now, for this application to make use of 2 other APIs, what is the concept being used here? Which concept they have used? REST template and web client. All of you have understood the use of REST template and web client. Now, my dear friends, before you make a call to API number 2, don't you think first you must call to API number 1? Yes or no? Now guys, if there is any delay in API 1, should you call to API 2? Because API 2 you have to pass the zip code. And if API 1 is not generating zip code, will you be able to call API number 2? Don't you think here one thread must wait? Are you all understanding what I am trying to say? Everyone? Yes, no, maybe. So one thread must wait here, right? Whatever thread made a call to this, it should wait. If there is no response, I should not going further. If not, it will be a null pointer exception. I should not be proceeding further. There is one more case, one more scenario which I would like to highlight here. One more scenario, guys. What is that one more scenario if you ask me? It is an employee API. The application is employee management. Employee management is the application where end user can enter the details and can get all the information about the employee. Here, you are not developing everything in one. You have developed 2 more services. One service will give you employee's personal information. Employee personal info API, wherein you can enter the employee ID and you can get the personal information about the employee. How much is, where he's from, city, address, parents' names, his personal Aadhaar card, everything, all the information. One more API is there. One more API is there, wherein it will give you employee's pay slip, information about the payment, where you have to enter the employee ID and it will give you the payment information, pay slip information. Now tell me, my dear friends, these two APIs, are they dependent of each other? Are they dependent? So if you are making call to the API number one, if there is delay in the response from API number one, is it like you should not take help of API number two? You should not invoke API number two? Asynchronous communication. Now this asynchronous communication will not happen if you go with REST template. REST template suppose only synchronous communication. If you want both synchronous and asynchronous, web client. Both synchronous and asynchronous. And REST template suppose only synchronous communication. Have you understood both the scenarios, guys? Everyone in the class? Yes, no, maybe? Here, if you use REST template, if there is a delay from the employee number one, if it is not proceeding further, it's no point. Both of them are not dependent on each other. But here there is a dependency. Do you think if there is no response from API number one, you should not proceed further? I'm making sense to everyone in the class? Yes, no, maybe? Example, API 1 is not responding. There is error in this API. Should you make a call to API number 2 in this case, guys? Should you make a call to API number 2? You should not make. Don't you think the thread must wait for the response? Whichever thread is making call, it should wait before proceeding further. If there is no response, should not proceed further to call this. And by default, REST template suppose that. By default, REST template. But in case of web client, if you want that to happen, then you have to use block. Block means don't proceed further unless and until there is a response from this. Don't proceed further. That's the meaning of it. Unless and until there is response. In place of block, there is one more option called as subscribe. If you go with subscribe, whether that is responding or not, you go ahead with your other task. That's the meaning. Asynchronous. Okay, I will demonstrate that also in the upcoming class. But in today's class, guys, have you all present in the class understood the use of REST template and web client? Yes, no, maybe? So as a REST API developer, if you know Spring Framework, if you know RESTful services, can you survive without knowing about REST template and web client? Can you survive? The answer is no. It is the most important part. And how important it is, I hope all of you in the class could able to understand that. And now, example, guys, many APIs I have connected in my previous batches, and I wanted to connect WhatsApp API. Wati API. Wati. WhatsApp I wanted to integrate. WhatsApp is a paid API, which is a Wati. W-A-T-I. It's a paid. But it will give you 7 days of free trial if you register your number. I have 3 mobile phone numbers. All 3 numbers I have registered for free. For all 3 numbers, I don't have any more access to use a free account. I will try to use some of my family members' account and get a free trial. And tomorrow, if time permits, maybe tomorrow's class or upcoming classes in this week, I will try to integrate a real API in my application, in my Spring Boot application. Okay. By using the REST template and web client, at least one application has to be used, right? PayPal or Razorpay or Wati or some other real API which is there in the internet. I want to integrate that. And if it is working or not, if you are getting the response or not. And that is very, very crucial. So can we do that, guys? Yes, no, maybe? So if Wati I'm not getting, I will try for PayPal. I will try for some API. I have to integrate because I have to show you. Right now, we only have developed the application. We only have integrated by using the REST template. But I want to do that by, using someone else API, real someone else API. Okay, I will see which API. Something which should be realistic. I don't want to give some third party simple weathers are easy. I want some bigger one who had a name in the industry. PayPal, Razorpay, WhatsApp, or something like that. Okay. Anything is fine. It's API is API, Pramod. Okay. I want to go with something paid. Let's see which one. Okay. Any one I would like to do it. This week only I will do it. Okay. So if you have understood, guys, about REST template and web client, what is the use of this? And people were not understanding when I was developing the application that what you are trying to achieve. I hope now you understood what I was trying to achieve. I had one normal C2B application which end user is directly using. That application, I took end user's information, I gave something to end user. So as a end user, he don't know whether this application is using some other application or not. They are like, if I enter the passenger information, I'm getting the ticket number. If I enter the ticket number, I'm getting the ticket. I am getting this, right? Someone backend, I have used one more help of one more applications and two APIs. I have made a call to it and how it was working. I hope all of you have understood, and this is very, very crucial. And upcoming classes, I have to integrate a real API, guys. Right now, I have integrated my own API, my own application I've integrated. It's same, even if for the real also same REST template, same thing is being used. Okay, there is nothing different there. I have to integrate a real API. Then I have to integrate with the React application. Then actuators, Spring Boot profiles, HATOs. These five things, if I could able to do, majority part of the RESTful services will be over. Spring Boot profiles, scopes, HATOs, actual real API integration, any real API, famous API, not normal, famous API integration, and Spring Boot and React application integration I have to show. If these five things I'm able to complete, then RESTful services, majority part, we are done with it. Fine, guys. Okay. So I would like to stop the journey today. I take a moment to ask you for apology that I could not able to make it on time today. 15 minutes delay it was. Actually, due to some personal medical emergency, I was in hospital early morning 5 o'clock to now. I left hospital early, but I could took time for me to reach my studio, and I could able to discuss about this topic. And tomorrow I shall continue the discussion of remaining topics of RESTful services, guys. Is that okay with every one of you? Yep. Or maybe you're not okay with it. I'm sorry for that, guys. Sometimes few things are not in our hand. I take this moment. I'm really sorry about it, and we shall continue tomorrow. Guys, actual API which we have developed yesterday's class, I had shared you. I will share you this web application in today's class with all of you. Okay. I would like to go back here. Take this. I will say here. This template, web client, boardwalk. Because in the interview, they will ask about this, guys. In the interview, they will ask about synchronous, asynchronous communication. They will ask about web client. They will ask about the, REST template. And don't say so much about web client. Don't try to explain. If you are explaining so much about this, that means you are giving invitation to ask you question on the reactive programming. Then again, reactive programming you have to prepare. So every answer you make to interviewer, it is also a invitation for your upcoming questions. So you have to be careful about it. Answer in a way that you are inviting very smartly to the interviewer, that what they should ask you. Don't answer in a way in Josh that they will, you are again struggling with your own answers. But remember one thing, guys, most of them, what I have personally seen in my life is they don't even apply for the job. They will reject themselves before company rejects them. I don't want you to be a self rejectors. Don't self reject yourself. Whatever opportunity, apply it. Okay, it's okay if they are rejecting you. It's experience for you. Every rejection is an experience. Rejection is not always about the performance. Sometimes even if you perform well, the client requirement will be different, the salary expectations will be different, the way they want you to be different. It's sometimes more than your technical skills. Rejection is okay, but don't self reject before you even. Most of them will not even apply by self rejecting, that they have not prepared and they'll self reject and they'll not even apply. Don't do that. Keep on applying for the jobs from now on, and try to see every experience is important. Just keep on applying, keep on updating, and keep on adding. Next topic is microservice. Yes. No, 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 no. I have to discuss AOP and Spring Security. I have not discussed, right? AOP and Spring Security, did I discuss, guys? I have to discuss that. The next topics are, guys, profiles, actuators, HATIOs, scopes, Spring Boot and Redis server integration, Spring Boot and Kafka server integration, Real API integration, Spring Boot and React integration, AOP, Spring Security in the security, normal authentication, basic authentication, token based authentication, OAuth. After which, microservices. In the microservices, Eureka server, which is service registry, Zipkin server, admin server, Spring Cloud server. Then we have to discuss about the Fin client. Then we have to discuss about the API gateway. Then we have to discuss about the routing and filtering. Okay. Then we have to discuss about the circuit breaker pattern and retry pattern. Circuit breaker pattern and retry pattern. Earlier, it was Hystrix server. Right now, Hystrix is not being supported by Spring Boot. Most of them, whenever they say API gateway, they go with Hystrix. Hystrix is outdated. Spring Boot 3 doesn't support Hystrix. So we have micrometer. So that also we have to discuss. One full month I need, Aditya. A lot of topics are there. If I have to cut down, I can complete it within 15 days. I can cut down. I know how to cut down. You'll not even feel I can complete entire microservices, remaining topics, security, everything within next 15 days. 15th of December, before that we can conclude the batch. But I want to take properly, so it will take some time. Till the third weekend of December, it will go, guys. Or more than that. Okay. I hope the topics I have listed, what is that I'm going to take in the upcoming classes. I will show you one application. I want you to develop that application. I'll share you the code source file, a bigger tourist application, which implements logging, actuator, security, API, global exception handling, documentation using the Swagger API. All this is implemented in that project. Logging is implemented using the Log4j. Swagger API is integrated. Use of REST template is there. And they are using the association concept, multiple tables concept. And in that project, actuator is used. In that project, you know, REST template, global exception handling, AOP is used. In that project, JWT security authentication base is also used. Everything is used in that project. And I want you to try that. I'll give you the overview about the project. At the end of this batch, I will try to give you that code file also. Okay. Recently, 3 developers of our Telescope team has developed that. I was leading that project and they were able to develop, and I will show you that in the upcoming tomorrow's class or maybe Friday's class. I will show you how it is working, and I want you to start working on this. And if you want to be a developer, because if you don't write the code, you will not be confident in the interview also. Okay. Knowing the concept is 40% helpful. 60% what helps is if you write the code. So make sure you're writing the code. Okay. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much for joining me in today's class. Many of them are there, Suresh. Many of them are there in the Udemy and YouTube. We are also launching, and let you know, approval is not yet coming from the industry. Whatever content is there, whatever plan we have made, without approval, I cannot start. I want some industry expert to approve that content. Naveen sir is in the approval part, because in the even the Spring Boot, we had to wait for long. We approved, we were happy with it, but we wanted someone from the industry to approve it, that these topics are important. And for now, any Udemy course with a good reviews you can go with. Thank you, guys. We shall meet tomorrow, and tomorrow's class we shall continue the discussion of the RESTful services. Okay. Next 3 classes of this week are very crucial. Thank you, every one of you.